All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Please forgive me today for whatever reason I'm experiencing technical difficulties that I don't normally experience. So I'm gonna ask, which y'all know I don't normally do this, but can you hear me? Can you hear me? If someone just says I can hear you or sound is good or something like that, I'm experiencing some slight technical challenges. But if you can hear me, this is the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you. Thank you. A few people said it's loud and clear. Great. I have some other stuff that may or may not work. I have some video clips that I want to play, and they may or may not work because I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Hopefully, we'll work it out before the end of the show. That's the hope. Hold on. Let me make sure the phones are. Wait a minute. Looks like the phones ain't working. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get the phones up and working. I feel like one of them computer hackers in the movies. Cause what is going on? But they have better luck than I do. What in the world? Okay, something's going on with the phones. Yeah, these technical difficulties are really frustrating me. But thank you everyone for checking out. I thought I had all of this fixed before I came on, but then it was the phones. I didn't think about the phones. I was trying to fix everything else. So again, I apologize for my lack of preparation. But y'all know the deal. Those of you who are normally viewers of the show, you understand that I am a one-man show. And that's not necessarily an excuse. But, you know, I be working, man. I be working. Brother gotta work. I'm not one of them people who just, yes, click there. I'm not, okay. 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 All right. Hold on, we might have it. Yes, save that. Okay, remind me later. Continue. Continue. Oh my goodness. I just want to log in. Yes. All right, looks like I'm logged in. So let me look at the settings on this because y'all know what'll happen. Somebody will call in and then we'll be doing, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Well, I can hear you, but can you hear me? I don't want to do that. So hopefully everything is working good now. All right. Sorry about all of that. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm glad that you're here. If this is your first time checking out the show, you're from out of town. You're not just a regular viewer. Here's the way the show goes. Well, hold on, let me do this. We talk about everything here. We talk about things of significant consequence. We talk about political issues. We talk religion from time to time. We talk sex. Did I already say politics? We talk everything, and we talk nonsense. Like today, for whatever reason, we might talk about some butt-naked aliens. And if this is your first time on the show and you have no idea what that means or why it fills me with so much joy, just stick around. Just stick around. You might also be filled with joy. And hopefully you're not filled with joy from butt-naked aliens. So, yeah, we talk about a little bit of everything on this show. And yeah, we like to have a little fun. I don't like to be too deep or make people too depressed. And of course, I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. So that's what we try to do on this show. But the way that I start this show every day is I say hello to the millions of, the crowd said, and millions of people who watch this show on a regular basis. Okay, it's not millions. It's the tens and tens of people who watch this show on a regular basis. So I'm going to say hello. It's going to take a while, but it's the best part of the show. So you want to stick around and you want to check it out. But if you want to pass up all of the hellos, really, if you pass up the hellos, you're going to miss some stuff. And then I'm going to refer to something probably that happened during the hellos, and you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So just listen to the hellos. It's good to get to know the people. We build a connection that way. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Robert Willis is usually first out the gate, and he is today. Louis Talbert, good afternoon. He's representing Sharonville. Oh, if you're new, say hello to me. I say hello to you. You tell me where you're from, where you're checking out the show from. Wherever you are the representative of that area. So, for example, Louis is representing Sharonville. So if Louis says something, that's how Sharonville feels. Everybody in Sharonville agrees with Louis because he's representing Sharonville. Unless you're from Sharonville and then you want to represent another position that Sharonville may have. But if not, Louis is your representative for today. So you better get in here and tell me where you're from, because you represent your spot. Anthony Prosser, he puts up the number one because he's first on Facebook. Jerica Van says, hola, mi familia. Good afternoon, Jerica. Scott Bain in the house. Good afternoon, Scott. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the top 5. Good afternoon to those top 5 in. Pamela Kinney, she's representing North Avondale today. Good afternoon. Daryl Carpenter's representing the Park. Did I say it right, Daryl? The Park. Good afternoon. Regina Denson Griffin, she's representing Madisonville. Good afternoon. A few people say yes, loud and clear. Mary Beth Lavender, she says, howdy, y'all. Howdy. Howdy. Let me see. Now, you know good and well, Emanuel doesn't give a prize for the first person. But I show him love. And that's what it's all about, love. All you need is love. Spencer Oliver Jr., good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Karen Dye Williams out there representing the West End. Good afternoon. Veronica Burdine, or is it Burdine? I know I botch it from time to time. But Veronica is representing College Hill. Good afternoon. Dina Johnson, if you're new, Dina's an angel, like a literal angel. And she represents Walnut Hills. In my mind, angels probably are on pretty good terms with aliens. They're not the same, but they both tend to come from the sky. Dina, good afternoon. Let's see. Jerica don't want to hear from the phones. I want to hear from the people today. 513-717-KING. 513-717-5464. Oh, also, in case you're new, I'm the king of talk. You probably didn't know that because I don't say it very often. The universe knows it, but I don't brag. You know, I'm humble. I'm humble as F. So I don't typically say it, but I am the king of talk. Brent representing Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Brent. Got Maria Smith in the house representing North College Hill. Maria, good afternoon. Nick Brown representing beautiful Blue Ash. Good afternoon. Black background and black tea not working for me. Oh. Hold on, I can fix that. See, I listen. I'm a king who listens to the people. I listen to the people. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm a king. I listen to the people. I hear you. I hadn't thought about that. There you go. Steban Speed representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Erica Hummins. Late than a mug. My heart is hurt. Erica, my heart is hurt. But she's representing Reading. They're late today. Reading is late today. Thank you for checking out the show, Erica. Did you see the vertically challenged man with the unconventional hairline jumping the barricade during Raw? I did not. I didn't watch Raw. Twin, good afternoon. Twin says you had all weekend to get those burner fix. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate you. Valerie Davis in the house, good afternoon. LaDonna Howard, representing East Price Hill. We got Fame from the Betting Public Sports Show, representing Gross Beezy. That's Gross Beck for those of us who are like nerds. Thank you for checking out the show. LaDonna, I already said LaDonna. Jacqueline Carter, representing Evanston, good afternoon. Pat Rogers, good afternoon to you as well. Sierra Brooks in the house. Let me see how y'all checking in from the office, so I can't really text today. All right. She's normally checking in from Boston, so I'm going to assume she's at the office in Boston, even though you never really know. She was in Paris for a minute. She's a jet setter. Let me see. LaDonna say, when we talk about sex, stop it. Dina say, let them cook. Yeah, we're gonna address that. Carolyn Smith in the house, good afternoon. Thank you, Brent. Brent knew, he knew the job. He had it. Twin. Man, hurry up. I'm repping somewhere. I don't know what that means either. Oh, you're just representing somewhere. Okay, so Twin is somewhere. Was Emanuel a fan of Joy Reid? I wouldn't say I was a fan of Joy Reid, but I watched her show. I didn't have anything against Joy Reid. Spencer Oliver Jr. says he's representing beautiful North College Hill. Tanika in the house. Oh, Tanika, it is pretty close to us being cool again, but we ain't cool yet. She's representing beautiful Orlando, Florida, and we got a running beef. Until it gets 70 degrees here, she's against me. And if you're against me, well, then you're against me. It is what it is. But I don't like her until it gets 70 degrees here. So, yeah, we still beefing. Brenda Early, representing Fairfield, good afternoon. Got Michael D. D as in Darvin, maybe? Darvin? I'm going with Darvin. Michael Darvin Ballard Sr., representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon. Darvin. T. Mikey G, representing North Avondale. Good afternoon. Crystal Hoskins out there at the Christ Hospital. Thank you for checking out the show, Crystal. Let me see. Myosha, neglected Myosha, checking in from the bunker. Myosha's rich, and she likes to say she may actually be in a bunker. Like the White House got like 3 or 4 levels underneath the main level, probably 5 or 6, maybe. Ain't no telling, we don't know. Her house is more than likely kind of like that. So she may actually be in a bunker. She's got the money to build a bunker. No, seriously. She's got the money to build a bunker. Myosha, thank you for checking out the show. Let's see. I think that's it. Drea, representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. Got Brian Taylor in the house. He say, what's up? Congrats on the gig. I'm in Glendale at the most artistic jewelry spot in the city. So Brian is representing Glendale. Good afternoon. Ron Tucker. Say those hellos do take 45 damn minutes. Sometimes they be long. Because y'all get me off talking about something else, and then I have to say hello to everybody else. So it's really y'all fault. So just take responsibility. Don't change if that's what you want. Be the change you want to see. Tracy Bell. Good afternoon. Tracy's representing Northside. Thank you for checking out the show. We got Cedric in the house. Cedric Robinson from the Cross County Walmart. I thought we was boycotting Walmart. Can somebody tell me who we boycotting? I want to participate. As it stands right now, I'm boycotting everybody, seem like, but the daggone auto shop. Everybody but the auto repair shop. I ain't got no money. He keep getting his car fixed. That was an exaggeration, but car repairs don't necessarily be cheap. Let me see. Ron is already hot. Twin is going to talk about something he talked about on Wyatt's show. All right. Latanya Chichester. I mess it up every time. Chichester, representing North College Hill. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. DeWanda Wise Hunter. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Ronald Dixon, representing Paddock Road. All right. Good afternoon. Alethea, she's one of the killer bees. She came to cuss a B word out today. Who says that? Nobody says that. Okay, ghetto bees say that, but other people don't say that. But good afternoon, Alethea. Tierra Powell in the house, my favorite friend of the week. She said, be careful out here. The flu is going around. Yeah, I heard that. I'm being careful. Ben Thomas. Good afternoon. He's representing lovely Blue Ash. He said, the ladies are showing some skin today. It's too cold to be showing skin. It ain't even 70 degrees. Put that skin back up. Andrea Bustle representing downtown today. Good afternoon, Andrea. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Let me see. Regina Dennis Griffin says Walmart. Let me see. You better use some Vivica Fox car repair insurance. Look, I don't want to dog out no company. I think that's all my hellos. That's all the hellos. I'm not going to dog out no company, but I am going to say I'm probably not going to be buying the Vivica Fox iced tea insurance. Probably not going to be doing that. I'll just pay for get my car fixed every once in a blue moon if something happens. And when it warms up outside, I'll fix it myself. I don't get out there in the cold. It'd be cold. I don't mess with all of that. All right. So welcome to the show. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. Got a couple of things that I want to discuss, but there were a few things that I missed that happened that I would have discussed yesterday. The story about the young man who shot the guy who abused his mama. I don't have all the details about it. So, of course, I'm not going to speak in detail about it. But that's kind of sad. And every situation is different. Like I said, I don't know the details of what happened with that. But I hope that, I don't even really want to say like, oh, I hope that he get off or anything like that. Because he might be a menace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that he is. I don't know anything about him. Again, I'm not speaking. But just because a situation sounds one way, until you know the details. Like, oh, he said he shot him because he hit his mama. But how you know that he actually hit his mama? He might have just wanted to shoot him. He might have just had beef with him and, oh, I shot him, and now we gonna say he hit you. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm saying because I don't know the details, I'm not gonna take a side. I'm not gonna automatically say that this kid was protecting his mama or whatever, because all people do all manner of crazy thing out here. So I hope everything works out for the best for everyone involved. And by the best, I mean the best that they deserve in whatever the actual situation is. But domestic violence is a serious issue. People should take it serious. Women, you shouldn't let nobody put their hands on you. And you shouldn't put your hands on nobody. You thought I wasn't going to add that second part. Women be hitting people too. Women be the perpetrator. People don't really want to talk about that. But women be the perpetrator. And then, you know what I'm saying, you slap the fire out of me, and what? Because I have testicles, I just have to be slapped? No. And, well, now I think I'm supposed to say now, but there's never an excuse for a man to put his hands on a woman. I don't necessarily buy into that. There's some women out here that will whoop your behind. I done seen some big women. Daggone killer bees. Why you got that B word in my brain? I'm not the type, I don't cuss. So I'm not the type that would call women that B word. But I done seen some big women that can whoop a man. And some of them big women that can whoop like a normal sized man like to get a smaller man so that they can really whoop him. And what is he supposed to do? Just get his butt whooped? Because he can't hit a woman? Now, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I don't think anyone should hit anyone. But I think everyone has a right to defend themselves. Or defend him or herself. I think that's the appropriate language to use. Oh, hold on. Pause. All of that. Let's sit that to the side. I'm going to go right back to it. I wanted to send condolences to Janice, my favorite. She made the hat. Janice, I believe Chris Jasper is her brother, but I might have that wrong. But I believe Chris Jasper is her brother. And so I want to send condolences to that family who is dealing with the loss of Chris Jasper. I mean, of course, the whole musical community and the city and all that kind of stuff, but definitely to his relatives who are dealing with that loss. I'm praying for y'all legitimately. I'm not just saying that. Praying for y'all legitimately to, be able to get through this and, deal with it and, be healthy and process grief in a healthy, responsible way. Yeah. So definitely condolences. And if I have the relationship wrong, it don't really matter to the extent that I know that they are related. So, like I said, my condolences, Janice, and to the entire family on the loss of your loved one. So that was that. I meant to start with that, but I got caught up. So that's that. All right, now pick up this other topic that I was discussing. Oh, hold on. A couple more hellos. I saw a couple more hellos. Hello to, come on, where you at? Ebony J. Ebony J in the house. Ebony J's, I don't know exactly how to classify it. I'm going to say it's a contest, but that might not be the appropriate way. But she's got a link up there in the chat on Facebook. And if you are so inclined, she's a lovely young lady. And if you are so inclined, go vote for Ebony J. She's doing good things in the community, and just good stuff, period. I met Ebony J when she was an intern at the radio station. And she was, to me, I hope she's not offended by any of this stuff. She was such a little girl to me. Like, she reminded me of my daughter. They're not that far apart in age. I think they're only like 3 or 4 years apart in age. And yeah, she was interning over there. And so I grew to love Ebony J. She spent, it felt like about 6 months with me. And, you know, we talked and developed a great relationship. And, you know, I had an opportunity to impart some things to her. And of course, I learned some things from her. I try to learn from everybody. I don't care who you are. But she's got a school. I'm gonna call it a school. Ebony, if I'm saying any of this stuff wrong, then please feel free to correct me and then call me later and privately chastise me for getting stuff wrong. But she's got a school where she helps train, tutor, and mentor young people in terms of, you want to do a podcast, she can help you. You want to record music, she can help you. You want to DJ, she can help. If it's media related, she can help you. And she does classes and all of that kind of stuff. And so if you feel inclined, vote for her. She deserves it. So good afternoon, Ebony J. Good afternoon, Jason Dockery out there in Ross. John Ludd, 24. Good afternoon, Classy Tria in Avondale. She's representing Avondale. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Now, okay, we were talking about domestic violence. And I was kind of getting on my, nobody should put their hands on anybody. Unless, you know what I'm saying, it's in a pleasant way. And then you can put your hands all over my body. But if it's in a violent way, no. But I'm not one that's going to tell some guy that you got to take it. You got to get your behind whooped, or you got to get slapped and just kind of grin and bear it. I don't believe in that. At the same time, men, because men, for the most part, are the more powerful of the two sexes, which I do believe there's only two. But men are the more powerful of the two. If you can avoid at all costs putting your hands on a woman, try to do that. Try to do that. Don't be with a woman that will put her hands on you and provoke you. But a lot of it is just about control. Don't be that person. I don't understand people who feel the need to control other people. I don't understand that. I understand being frustrated by people. I understand being frustrated by their actions. I understand all of that kind of stuff. But if you can't even control yourself, why are you trying to control somebody else? And I say you can't control yourself. If you got to put your hands on somebody because they ain't doing what you said do, that's a lack of self-control. So if you can't control yourself, you can't control nobody else. Just stop. And a lot of these things, a lot of the violence that we see in communities, because I'm not going to say it's the black community, because there's violence in all these communities. If there's a race, some division that we've created in humanity, however small and niche it is, except for, because there's an exception to every rule, almost. You know, if you're dividing people by people who commit acts of violence and people who don't, then okay, you might not have domestic violence in the group of people who don't commit acts of violence. That would kind of be your exception. But other than that, there's people committing acts of violence in all of these different categories. It's some trans man whooping some trans woman's behind. Probably right now. Y'all ain't did nothing but switch roles. So yeah, no violence. And then hopefully children don't have to witness loved ones being abused and feel like they have to defend their mama or whatever. A lot of this stuff we can just get rid of if we act right. If we as humans act right. But of course we know, or at least I feel like I know, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. As humans, we are flawed, and those flaws come out in many different ways. So that's that. Try your best to not put your hands on nobody, and not to let nobody put their hands on you. Okay. What else? There was something else that I wanted to talk about. Do I want to talk about the butt-naked aliens? I really don't want to talk about butt-naked aliens. If you didn't, I'm telling you, I so enjoy Wyatt Live. If you're not aware of it, I know some of y'all don't want to listen to it because y'all don't like his positions on stuff and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm not here to force nobody to listen to anybody. I enjoy the show. You learn stuff. Sure, some things are said and you like, I don't agree with that. Or like, that's just wrong. Like, that's bad information. Or like, how could you say that? And there's also stuff where you like, now that's just funny. Now that's just funny. There are times when you're like, that's some good information right there. Like, so I still check out the show, and I encourage you to support the brother. And Ron was on there today. Ron D, who's a guy who calls here from time to time. He's normally mad at me for some reason. I don't know why. I love him like a guy that I met through the radio, and so. Yeah. But, sometimes he'd be mad at me. But he's got this, I'm going to say, alien fascination. And when he talks about it, it entertains me. It shouldn't, but it does. So I don't know that I want to talk about the aliens. But I do want to talk a little bit about this little bit. I got two things that I'm really going to talk about today. They both can be really short. But because I'm doing this show, I might try to stretch it a little bit. But y'all assistance would be appreciated. I want to talk about Trump, Doge, and their lies. And I want to talk about this video that's going around of this Mexican guy basically chastising black people. I'm less concerned with the Mexican guy chastising black people than I am about the black people comfortable with the Mexican guy chastising black people. So I'm going to talk about both of those things, but I think I want to start with Doge. And hold on a second. Let me see if I can. This may or may not work. I don't know what's about to happen. I'm gonna hit a button. Either a video will start or there will be a black screen. If there's just a black screen, I'll come back. Let's see.
Mr. Musk, you said on X that an example of the fraud that you have cited was $50 million of condoms was sent to Gaza. But after fact check this, apparently Gaza in Mozambique, and the program was to protect them against HIV. So can you correct the statements? It wasn't sent to Hamas, actually. It was sent to Mozambique, which makes sense why condoms was sent there.
Yeah.
And how can we make sure that all the statements that you said were correct, so we can trust what you say?
Well, first of all, some of the things that I say will be incorrect and should be corrected. So nobody's going to bat 1,000. I mean, we will make mistakes, but we'll act quickly to correct any mistakes. I'm not sure we should be sending $50 million worth of condoms to anywhere, frankly. I'm not sure that's something Americans would be really excited about. And that is really an enormous number of condoms, if you think about it. But if it went to Mozambique instead of Gaza, I'm like, okay, that's not as bad, but still, why are we doing that?
Mr. Musk, can you talk a little bit about how playing with agency heads as you're directing these cuts? Do they have the...
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it. And please forgive me, I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not. So can you tell me, could you hear what was going on? Someone tell me if you could hear what he was saying. I know what he was saying, but I couldn't hear it along with you guys because of my technical difficulties. Okay, so apparently you guys did hear it. Okay. So yes. Did y'all catch the part where he said, now I don't remember verbatim, but he said, yeah, I'm not always going to give accurate information. Who, and you got people, did you see what they posted on that? The man told you he's not gonna always give accurate information. Here, this is the way that I interpret what I heard. Like, hey, Elon, you said some stuff that wasn't true. And then we proved that it wasn't true. So how can we trust the stuff that you're saying? And my take on what he said is, look, sometimes I'm a lie. And I'm going to rely on y'all to call me on my lies. But if y'all don't call me on the lie, it's just going to be out there. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. And how then can you trust anything from a person who tells you, yeah, I'm a lie sometimes? Sometimes I'm just going to flat out lie. And it is what it is. Because it's not, I mean, he followed up with, we all make mistakes. Or, yeah, we're going to make some mistakes. And they should be corrected. It's not an accident. Okay, there you go, John. John said he's saying there will be errors. It's a complete audit of trillions of dollars. Stop it. No. No. First, he's not doing a complete audit of anything. That's first. Secondly, if I go through my checking account, right? And, it tell me where this was spent. You spent $50 at the cookie factory. You spent $75 at the cake factory. You spent $100 at the pie factory. You know what I'm saying? You know what I spent. But I come to you and I'm like, yeah, I spent $95,000 on pies. That's not a mistake. I know I didn't spend $95,000 on pies. I can see it. I know what I spent. I didn't accidentally tell you that I spent $95,000 on pies when I can clearly see I spent $1,000 on pies. And then I can't come, well, okay, I made a mistake. No, that's not a mistake. You intentionally inflated a number to mislead people. Now, what would be the benefit of me lying and saying I spent $95,000 on pies? I don't know. Maybe to elevate my love of pie. You never know. But a lie is a lie. It's not a mistake. So if you're saying we spent all these money on condoms in Gaza or for Hamas, when it was definitely not spent on condoms for Gaza and Hamas, and it was definitely nowhere near the number that you said that you spent in another area, which I can't remember where it was. My brain wanted to say Mozambique, but it probably wasn't. But okay, I spent $5 million for condoms in Mozambique. But to hype the situation, I'm going to say I spent $55 billion on condoms for Hamas. That's not a mistake. Stop pretending like, oh, that's just a slight mistake. You know, somebody just needs to point it out. No. John says he messed up the country, not the dollar amount. If I heard that right, you heard it wrong. He messed up the dollar amount and the country. And he knows it. And he knows that people like you are going to hear it. And even if there is a correction, you're going to mess up part of the correction. Because everybody understands that it's much easier to float that lie, put that lie in everybody's mind, and then later come back and say, ooh, my bad. Ooh, my bad. Because, you know, of the 100 people who heard the lie and believed it, maybe 10 of them hear, oh, my bad. And then they still believe, well, part of the lie was right. Just not sure which part of the lie. It's a lie. And he told you, I'm going to lie. I'm going to lie to you sometimes. I know y'all hate it when I do this. I know y'all hate it when I do this. But can you imagine if Barack Obama stood up and told y'all the Affordable Care Act is only going to cost, I don't know, $10 million? It's just $10 million. And then you find out it was $10 billion. Wouldn't y'all be like, he's a liar, you can't believe that dude? And then if they called him on it, he like, look, sometime I'm going to give y'all some bad information. Oops, my bad. Nobody will be making excuses for Barack Obama. Nobody. So I just don't understand how it's okay for a guy to sit there and say, I'm going to give you bad information from time to time. As if, well, since I said it, it's kind of got to be accepted. So when I do it, that make it okay, because I already told you I was going to do it. I don't understand what's happening. And then you believe everything else he said, like, oh, that's the only bad information that he gave us. Now, I'm not giving out any specific numbers, because the truth of the matter is, I don't believe they know any specific numbers. I think they just pull numbers out of a hat. Oh, we found $55 billion in waste. How? Well, you know, there's a site, and they put up a site, and on the site, it breaks it down. Well, I've seen a number of different experts on television, which whether their numbers are correct or not correct, I'm not here to say, well, this expert told the truth. But the consensus of all these experts seem to be, yeah, they ain't found no $55 million. They just made that number up. They artificially inflated it intentionally to make it seem like they're actually doing something. I actually heard a number of potentially, not 55 billion, but potentially 8 billion, which is still a significant number. And that's the part that I don't get. Like, they like to exaggerate this stuff, but that's not helpful. If you told me, like if they were really doing some sort of an audit and they genuinely found $8 billion in unnecessary cuts from the, what did I say the budget was last week? 6 trillion, almost $7 trillion. 8 billion out of 6 trillion ain't really that much. Ain't really that much. But it's still $8 billion. And I would be like, okay, they found $8 billion in cuts. How do 8 billion balloon to 55 billion? And that's just what some quote unquote experts are saying. I don't believe it's good to give specific numbers that you know aren't correct. I believe that's a lie. And I don't think that we can trust these people. I don't think that we can trust them. Now, we know Donald Trump will lie in a heartbeat. Like, I think that's his default position. And he just lied for no reason, just cause it's out there. Like, you know, I think most people, they're like, you know, you ask me for some information, I'm gonna do my best to give you actual information. There ain't no reason for me to lie to you about this. So yes, I spent $25 at the cookie factory. Got no reason to lie about that. I think Donald Trump's default position is, I know I spent $25 at the cookie factory, but I'm gonna tell him I spent $250,000 at the cookie factory. Why did you tell us that lie? Who says it's a lie? Bro, we can see the numbers. Like, we see what you spent. You gave us the receipt. It was $25. Why did you lie? No, it was $250,000. We see the receipt. We see it. We're looking at it. We know. His default position is to just double down on the lie. And then you know what happens. The people who follow him, like, that receipt is made up. That's the liberals. He spent $259. Like, no, he didn't. You don't believe your own eyes. See, we got the proof. They go hard for that dude. I don't understand why. I'm almost done trying to understand why, but they go hard for Donald Trump. Oh, okay, hold on. Janice is here. Janice says, good afternoon, everyone. Having a pretty rough day. As you've heard, my youngest brother, Chris Jasper, formerly of the Osley Brothers, passed away on February 23rd. Yes, we did. We did hear that, and many people sent our condolences to you, Janice. Again, I personally, I will be praying for you, praying for your family, that as y'all process this loss, that it doesn't become overwhelming, and you know, that you could move to a healthy and happy place, you know, deal with the loss and dwell on those happy memories that you all had with him. But I know it's difficult, you know, especially in this moment. So you got my condolences, my prayers to you and your entire family. To you and your entire family. So, and if you need anything, you got my number. I'm limited on stuff that I can do, but if there's anything that you need from me that I can do, you got my number. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I mean that 100%. So, yeah. Let me see. What else was it that I wanted to discuss? What else was it that I wanted to discuss? Oh, I'm not going to be able to hear this. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see something. Okay. I should be able to hear that. And all of the people, yes, send love, positive vibrations, prayers, whatever, that way towards Janice and her family. I mean, I haven't lost a brother or a sister. You know, of course, I've lost a mom, a dad, and aunts and uncles and people close to me, cousins and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes just that outpouring of love helps. It helps, you know, in that moment. And it's one of them things where you take it moment by moment. And you're going to have some good ones and some bad ones. And like I said, we hope that, I know, because I feel like I know Janice enough to know those tears will turn to joy and laughter and thinking about those very positive moments with him. No, Janice, you did not put a damper on the conversation at all. Not at all. I think it's important because I kind of consider this a family. So I think it's important that as a family, we kind of, you know, rally around each other, hold each other tight when we need to, you know, just be there for each other. So no damper whatsoever. You're more important than any conversation we were just talking about that daggone Trump and Musk and Doge and all that nonsense. That'll be here probably for the next 4 years dealing with that nonsense. So, yeah. You are very important to us, and we want to make sure that you're okay and that you know that we care. Let's see. I want to touch on this. Let me see. Do I have that clip? I need to figure out. Okay, I'm going to play another clip. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. I can't hear it with y'all. Again, my technical difficulties. Forgive me. And y'all know I don't do clips like on a regular basis. So when I do clips, it's normally right. And on the day that I come in and I got a few clips to play because I want to address this stuff, I can't hear it. But I've heard it a few times. And I want to address this. So if you can't hear it, please let me know that you can't hear it. Okay? Let's see if we get the video.
This video right here, I'm making it for black people. That's right, black people. You know how y'all black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. As a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with black people? You guys always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better always comparing each other's shit. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help. We work together. Y'all black people need to do that. Stick together, help each other out. Stop the competing. That's not helping. Peace.
Okay, man, let me know.
All right. And I've seen this video a couple of times today. And people are sharing it. I've only seen black people sharing this video. And I'm going to tell you, that is bothersome to me. Ron says, well, did he lie? Yes. Yes, he did. And what bothers me more than anything is that black people listening to him And I think it's because we've been taught to hate each other. But black people are listening to him thinking he ain't lying. And that is a problem to me. Now, let me make some concessions first. Yeah, black people can work together more. But again, so can every other group. So can every other group. Right? Were there some elements of things in there? Sure. But let's deal with this, because somebody say, huh, how, what, where, and when. I'm a black person with my own little business. It's small right now. I get so much help and assistance from black people, it ain't even funny. But to hear him tell it, black people can't work together. Black people don't work together. Black people don't help each other. It's all about competition. I think you can only have that mindset, and you can only believe that's true if, number one, you've never helped a black person. Number two, you've never been helped by a black person. Number three, you don't like black people. Because I think the fact that you have to say, I'm sorry, black people help black people. I spent a portion of yesterday helping a black person in their business. You know what I asked that from them? Nothing. They needed some assistance. They reached out to me and I helped them. I worked with them. And I said to them, if you ever need me, call me. I'll be here for you. And I meant it. I'm not the only one who does that. Black people all around this country, they're starting businesses together. They're working cooperatively. Could it happen more? Sure, it could happen more. Certainly it could. But to listen to some guy from outside of your community tell you that the people in your community don't work together because they always competing. And then to justify it like, oh, you know, he's telling the truth. That feels like some self-hate to me. Brent.
How are you doing, Emanuel?
Brent, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm all right. Hanging in there. Firstly, I want to send condolences out to Miss Janice for the loss of her brother and their entire family. I consider Miss Janice, she's of the age where she's closer to my mom's age, so I consider her an auntie, and just like with my other aunties, they can attest to it. I get on their nerves every now and then. So my apologies, Miss Janice. Is definitely not out of malice or anything like that. It's just that I'm me, and sometimes I'm irritating. So, I pray that everything goes well and that the family can come together and celebrate Mr. Jasper, bad with names, his life and his legacy. So we'll start with that. Number two, what you're talking about now. Chico, is that his name, or it's supposed to be his name?
I don't remember his name. I didn't see this video until this morning. I woke up and I saw somebody had shared it. And then I saw like 3 or 4 other black people sharing it like, ooh, he right. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But I don't know his name.
Yeah, and when he said Hispanics stick together, that makes me think that he is just a plant to say this to take a dig at black folks.
Yes.
Because Hispanics covers a lot, from Puerto Ricans to Cubans to Mexicans, Venezuelans, Guatemalans, and we all know they really don't necessarily rock with one another outside of their ethnic groups. And even within those ethnic groups, they all don't get along. So just to make that broad statement, say we stick together and most of our businesses succeed, he can make assertions like that because, of course, most people aren't going to do the work to actually look at the statistics for, Latino businesses or Hispanic businesses, their failure rate and everything. So it's something to get black folks riled up into where, every black person, just like every white person, every Samoan person, has a black person that's done them wrong. And they've also had other races of people that have done them wrong, but when someone who looks like you does you wrong, it tends to hurt or cut deeper, I guess the case. So we tend to, mentally forget about all that and say, that's right, we don't stick together, which, once again, it's silly. And even we can go to the Samoan community. Do you know who in the Samoan community ain't getting along, Emanuel?
I do.
They got beef. They got big time beef, and they do it on television. The entire bloodline, and oh my goodness. So even in the Latino community in wrestling, this partial wrestling report, from the LWO to King Cuerno, I can't remember his name now, but all the Latino folks in wrestling don't get along either. So and most. No, they got Puerto Ricans and Mexicans there, but I digress. So yeah, when people say, especially when they say, that's why we can't progress because we all won't come together. Because you always hear the Hebrew Israelites say that, and the Hotepers, and even just regular black folks. When it's not about all of us getting together, because all of us never will get together. All white people will never get together. All black people, all any people will never get together.
Right.
If you ever look at world history, goodness, China with all the dynasties and everything.
I mean, I'm looking at Russia and the Ukraine right now. Them white people, European people, right there next to each other, used to be the same country, ain't getting along. They killing each other right now. But it's only us. We the only ones who don't get along, who can't work together, who can't compromise, who can't support each other. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah, they're the same people. They just had their borders broken up so they could have separate countries.
Yeah.
So it is so frustrating with all that, and so just pivot into. Goodness, the relationship between Israel and the South African billionaires that support Donald Trump. Mainly Peter Thiel, of course, the elongated muskrat, and I can't remember the third dude. But you can also add in the widow of Adelson, the dude who owns all the casinos. Well, he died, but his wife inherited all of his property in the casinos and donated over $100 million to Trump's campaign. They are all in the same boat to where they are upholding or either upholding apartheid systems or opining for those apartheid systems that used to be in South Africa, to where 7% of the white South Africans control or own 75% of the farmland and the property, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that's the reason why Donald Trump is being sicked, used as a attack dog of those folks, because they own them. They given him a lot of money and they expect a return on their investment. And all of them have called for, let's go. Well, Donald Trump even told Netanyahu, let's wipe Gaza off the face of the map. I want me some beachfront property for my resort. So it's amazing how simple some folks are, that they can be easily manipulated by Donald Trump and his rhetoric. Because some things, almost everything else is anti-Semitic, but not when Elon Musk does a Nazi salute, where Nazis look at him like, damn, that's a good Nazi salute.
Yeah.
But the Anti-Defamation League was like, no, that's just an awkward gesture.
Right.
So, it shows you can be both anti-Semitic and be a neo-Nazi. Well, no, that's one of the things I'm missing. Anti-Semitic and I can't remember what I was going to compare the two. But okay, we'll just keep it moving. And lastly, LaDonna, it's time for the wrestling report. So I'll try to bring a little bit more energy, but even though I didn't watch much yesterday, but I want to get your perspective since it's there in your hometown of Cincinnati. Number one, did you attend?
I definitely did not attend.
Did you have any family members that attended?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh my goodness. When it comes in your town, at least one of you should go. But after seeing those prices that I pulled up where it was, $500 for some tickets, and, these are, the better seats, I'm like, that's WrestleMania prices.
Yeah, and they was like sold out.
Yeah. Yeah, but and then that just shows you that with Triple H in charge and everything, he's jacking up those ticket prices because, he's, pure capitalism. Let's set the prices where the market would bear. Now, if it got to the point to where they're not selling out all the seats that they have, they'll lower it down. But, for you to be able to charge $500 for Raw and then turn around tonight, because they're still there in Cincinnati, to charge, $305 for NXT? A bunch of developmental talent to where you're able to do that? My goodness.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I went to events and everything when I was younger, when prices were reasonable, where I thought I was getting ripped off by paying $25 to be in row 5.
Right. Right.
So I'm so glad that, I'm not looking down. I'm so glad that my boys, also, they're not wanting to go. Well, they're fine with all the events that they've gone to, which is great. So. But those of you who still like wrestling, LaDonna, I know you're at every event, tailgating and everything. So I feel sorry for you, sis, because those tickets are just ridiculous.
Yeah, they was expensive.
But that's all I got. And man, like I said, it's just rough losing loved ones.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the same with you. I haven't lost any parents, any siblings. I've lost cousins and, some other folks due to tragic situations. But so I don't know how it feels, but I'm sure there's a hole that's missing. Feels like it's missing. But just take it one day at a time. And like I said, lean on those good times. And I'm sure you have a strong family to where you can call them and just vent. So. Hopefully your Florida Evans moment won't be as dramatic as Florida Evans, but, just take it easy, take it one day at a time, and, focus on those good times. But that's all I got.
All right. Hey, Brent, I appreciate your call.
All right. You have a good one.
You too. All right. That was Brent. Let's get that off the screen. Let me get back to this guy. He talked about when Hispanics open businesses, they work. Hispanics open businesses that fail like everybody else. Hold on. Twin.
What's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
All right, so far.
All right.
What's up with you, man?
Huh?
Say what's up with you, man?
Nothing much. What's on your mind?
I don't know. Got cussed out today, man.
Oh, who cussed you out?
My brother called me from Florida there. The 3 customers say, why the hell wrong? What's wrong with these eggs? What you do to her? I ain't do nothing to her. They said some bird flu going around. So the one lady, she was mean with it. I ain't gonna tell you the rest, man. Like, man, I ain't the one that pricing these eggs.
Yeah, and these eggs are gonna be down to like $1 a dozen. Give it.
Man, usually
give it.
Not to cut you off.
3 more days.
Usually with the 2 weeks or something. If it's a 2 weeks range, I would help the customers. I hate to say it, cause it's hard out here for a pimp, man.
Hold on, you say you would help the customers?
Yes, I would help the customers out. If it's in a 2 week range from being outdated, I would help the customers out.
What does that mean?
Say you got 10 days to mark it down.
Wait, hold on, stop, hold on, stop, because I'm a little lost. We're
I'm
talking
about to
about
tell you.
we're talking about eggs.
I'm about to tell you, eggs
Okay.
or milk.
Okay.
Say March 18th. I'm gonna mark them down March 8th. Cause you got like 10-day period, grace period to mark them down. Anything after that, you gotta trash, which is crazy or waste. So I usually try to catch it within about a 10 to 12-day period of time. About since it's so inflation's on it, man. Cause y'all know I get cussed out of people talk smack to me or whatever, but it ain't my fault. But I usually try to
Well,
help
it is your
people.
fault a little bit, yeah.
No, it's not, man. Shut up and quit saying that, man.
It is. I'm telling
Bro,
you the truth.
quit
You can't-
saying
hold on.
that.
Don't be mad at me for the truth.
No, because, okay, but years ago, man, they did it like that. Eggs was high. Come on, this ain't nothing new. Gas was high. So don't say it's my fault.
Yeah, you voted for that guy.
Come on, man. Well, that's bull, man. Come on.
It's
You was
not.
having a good show.
I mean, it was bull that you voted for him, but hold on. You can't be mad at me because of your actions.
So when Obama was in there when the gas was high, whose fault was that?
Well, that's different.
No, ain't no damn different. Inflation is inflation.
Because no. The president.
No, man.
The president.
No.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Okay, eggs was high before then. Way before this
all right,
part.
that
Come
was-
on, this ain't nothing.
Right. That was due
They
to.
said bird flu last time.
Okay, that was.
Come on,
due,
in, man.
I'm trying to explain to you. That was due to policies that were in place that was keeping inflation down, right? Lowering inflation. That's what Biden and those guys were doing.
You
Trump
act like
is in
eggs
there
wasn't this
now.
high before.
Hold on. Trump is in there now. and
Man, go on with that. Man.
Is inflation going up?
I don't know, man. I know these eggs going up. 1 minute they 5, 1 minute they 4, they jump to 5, 6, 8, whatever. It goes like a seesaw, man. Up and down, roller coaster, man.
Let me ask you, when did the bird flu start?
When did it start? A couple of months ago?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
A couple of months
Was
ago.
it before?
That's what the
Was it
news-
before January 20th?
Man, I don't know, man.
My guess is yes. It was before January 20th. And
Well-
the Trump administration ran on, we are going to get these egg prices. What did he say? They gonna do what to them?
I guess they gonna bring them down or whatever.
Are they coming down?
I don't know.
You
One
know,
minute they
you
on
there.
sale.
You sitting here telling me right now you about to
Hey,
have to cut the
Emanuel,
prices of
Emanuel.
eggs. You know if the
Emanuel,
prices are going
Emanuel.
up or if the prices are going down. I'm not.
Slow your roll, man.
I'm asking in
Slow
all
your-
honesty, is the prices of eggs going up or down?
Emmanuel, tomorrow it'd be what they call it, digital download Wednesday. I come here tomorrow. The eggs can be what are they now? $7, $8. They can be back to $5. Oh no, I don't know. I didn't look at the digital stuff, coupon or whatever, on my phone or the ads that's coming out tomorrow.
Do you put that little thing up there to say the prices of the eggs?
No, I don't do that.
So you have no idea what eggs cost right now.
I know I saw $8. It looked like I think it was 8.
What were they
19,
2
something like-
weeks ago?
They were 6.
So would that be the prices going up or the prices going down?
Tomorrow they can be a change,
I didn't
man.
ask you what could happen tomorrow. I'm asking what's happening now. 2 weeks ago they were, you said 6. Now they're what you said 8. Is that prices going up or prices going down?
Emmanuel, it might can go down tomorrow, man.
We're not talking about what might could happen tomorrow. They were 2 weeks ago 6, and now you
Why
said
you do
they're
that, man?
8.
Why do you do that?
I'm just asking, is the price
No,
going
you're
up
not
or
asking
down?
nothing, man. You like arguing, going back and forth, man. Don't do that, man.
I'm just asking simple questions that I know you can answer.
You know they went. You know they went up.
So then why not just say that? Why not just say, Emmanuel, the prices are going up? You can say
Why-
that.
No, I'm not gonna say that because I'm not gonna be back and forth with you. You know the issue and the
It
deal.
didn't
You
have
go
to be
shopping.
no back and forth. You could have just said, yeah, prices are going up, even though he
No,
said that he
you
was
like-
going to bring
you
them
like
down.
doing that,
They're
man.
going
You
the
just like doing
opposite
that.
direction. You could have said that yourself.
No, you like doing that, but I know tomorrow I walk in, it might be it changed. It probably changed. So probably back to 6 or 5, whatever they was.
And
at
what if
first.
and
It
what
might
if
go
it's what if it's 9? Then will you say they're going up?
What's 9?
What if tomorrow the digital pricing come out and it's 9 instead of 8? Would you say they were going up?
What was the purpose of doing the digital if they going up to 9? Ain't no purpose of doing no digital, man. Think. What are you talking about? That's what the digital download is for. To go to cheaper price.
What if the price goes up?
Where it goes up.
All right then.
Just thinking.
And didn't your guy say that he was going to bring those prices down?
Don't they all say that? We go fix education, we go fix this and all that. When they get in office.
I'm not asking you what
don't
they all
every president say that?
I'm not asking
but
you
don't
what they
all
all
presidents,
say. I'm
that's
asking
not the
you,
point.
I'm asking
No.
you, what did your guy say?
I don't know what he said. What he say?
Oh, now you're gonna lie.
I
Now
just
you
know he gonna
lie.
be a dictator.
See, I thought that you had integrity, man. Now you're gonna lie. You don't know what he said.
I don't know. He said so much. What did he say?
He said he was
I
bringing
can't
them
keep
prices.
up with what he say. He
said
say
was
something every day.
But you voted for him. You said he was gonna bring them prices. He said he was gonna bring them prices down. Remember J.D. Vance standing in front of the eggs, and they were, what were they then? Like $4.50 and $4.99, and he was talking about they
that.
was way too
I ain't-
expensive and they needed to come down. And the reason that they were $4.99 is because Biden's policies are ineffective, and when they get in office, they're coming down because their policies are gonna bring them down. You don't remember that?
No, I don't. I didn't
I do.
look at that.
I remember that.
Well, you do.
He lied. He lied.
Well, all
And you
of them
voted
lied.
for him.
what's the
So you
difference?
are partially responsible. That's how we got
Yeah.
into this whole conversation. You are partially responsible. Now, what else were you going to say about the eggs? You were telling me that you were going to mark prices down on eggs. Go ahead.
I say, usually I mark them down within a 2-week span.
All right.
Try to help the customers out, man.
Uh-huh.
You know, make them happy or whatever.
Are y'all keeping eggs in stock until they start to,
Man, they running.
till they approach
I hate to say it. We used to get like a shipment of a whole skid of them, and they just been sending them like maybe 5 crates here, 5 stacks of crates here, or whatever.
So y'all don't even really keep them in stock now.
They keep them in stock, but people still buying them though. Even though they go fuss and fight, hey, they need it for their morning wake up or
No,
they
hold on.
bake a cake or something.
No, here's the question that I'm asking. All right, you put the eggs on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm asking is, are you guys running out of eggs, or are you keeping them in stock to the point that, they get to the point where you might have to mark them down? That's what I'm asking.
I mean,
Do y'all run out of eggs?
We run them out. We run out, but usually I try to help the customer. When it went up to, it was 4 something, man, 18 count.
Uh-huh.
About a month or 2 ago.
Okay.
Then that bird flu came about, and they shut up real quick to 6. Then I come in the following week, which I think this week or last week, they was 8. I'm like, whoa, that's a big old price.
Yeah, they're going up.
Yeah, but usually I try to, make the customer happy. Man, I'll mark this stuff down if I get in trouble or will, but which I'm not.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
I'm not gonna get in trouble because I usually do it within a 2-week span. But I try to, help the customer, especially the older, elder people, man, getting out them little Hoover rounds or whatever them look.
Yeah.
And everything, and they be, on a fixed income.
Well, I
try to help the people.
I think what you're saying is that you want to mark them down, and you would love to be able to mark them down. But
And I'll wipe this
the way things are going.
I'll wipe it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not actually marking them down. Kroger, he's not actually marking the eggs down prematurely. He's just saying it's entertainment purposes only. Yeah.
No.
Right.
I just do it like within 2 weeks to help the people out.
Only
Something like
when it's okay for him to do it. He's not violating any policies.
Nah,
Right.
I wouldn't do that. Jeopardize my job. I wouldn't do nothing
Right,
crazy
right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Hey, with dude, what that Mexican guy, what he's saying, everything. I do agree with him a little bit, but not all the way, because everybody, messed up around here, and they go against their own, race or whatever. But
Right. And
us
every
as
race.
black people, and especially us, we
not
go against one
especially
another.
us. It's everybody. It's not especially us. We are, as a people, there is nothing wrong with our race that we are somehow predisposed to be anti-us, except for the fact that we've been taught that we're anti-us, which then makes it difficult for us to work together because it's hard to work with somebody that you already believe is your enemy. So if anything plays an additional hand in keeping us negatively disposed to whether or not we're going to work with one another, it's because we've been told that we can't work with one another. But
We ain't never been told that.
yet,
Emmanuel, I'm making $10. Emmanuel making 15. I got a problem. And what's that called? Confusion and everything. I'm jealous of Emmanuel. Emmanuel bought that cake from Tanika, and then you bought one from Brent. And next thing I know, I'm like, man, what the hell with that? It's confusing. And you like, man, well, I don't like Brent cake. I like Tanika cake. And it's gonna be somebody like, man, you just a hater, and going back and forth. So it's against us. We are like, you on the block, I'm on the block. We vendors out there got ice cups shop or chips shop. We selling. I'm mad as hell because you took off on me. You making more money than me, and I'm trying to sabotage your whole line or something. Man, he got them bogus chips. You don't want them pickles. Oh, they be jealous and little stuff like that.
okay,
Oh,
here,
yeah.
let me say this. I won't say that doesn't happen. But my thing is,
That's
just
what basically he was saying.
hold on.
He
but that-
he know everything messed up. He just didn't want to tell the whole thing.
But
Damn well them Puerto Ricans don't like you.
no, hear what I'm saying.
I'm talking about as dude what he was saying.
Right. But what I'm saying is, just like you would try to sabotage my icy business because your icy business ain't doing as good as mine, guess what? Hector gonna try to sabotage Rico's icy business because his icy business ain't doing as good as his. So it's not a black thing. It's a people thing.
It's a people thing, but we stand out the most of doing it.
No,
Yes, we do.
No,
Yes, we do.
No. Here we stand out more because maybe we focus more on us.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he should have said.
I don't live in Hector and Rico's neighborhood to see the stuff that Hector and Rico was doing to each other, and I'm not as focused on that. So it seems like because I'm dealing with black people and I get pushback from black people, like, dang, why do we treat each other like that? But guess what? Rico's sitting there dealing with Hispanic people getting pushed back thinking, damn, SA, why do we treat each other like that? It's not, they're no better than us and we're no worse than them. We're all people.
We all people and all that, man. But you got to look at it. We stand out the most of doing it. Look at this. There's 10 of them in one house, man. We can't even have 3 of us in one house. Who drank the Kool-Aid? Who ate all the ginger snaps? Who took my hoodie? Who took my shoe? Where my game at? We hard.
And you don't think that Hector and Rico argue who drank the Kool-Aid? You don't think that they argue who took my jacket? You don't think
It's
that
a
they
possibility,
argue
but we
who ate
stand
the
out,
last
though.
enchilada?
Man, we stand out the most. At the end of the day, we all love each other at the end of the day, but we stand out the most hating on one another. We hate to see a next man coming up in our own culture, and that's what's wrong with us now. That's why we can't come together as one.
But
It's
again,
jealousy, envy, and everything.
that is not a black thing. That's a
I know
people
it-
thing.
I understand it's a people thing, but we stand out the most of hating one another.
No,
you think about
we
it.
don't. That's what I'm trying to
Yes, we
tell you.
do.
We don't.
We do, man. It is. We do, man. If you look at it,
You've been taught that we do.
I ain't been taught nothing. If you can see it.
Okay, you might have me
Been
there. You
around a
haven't
lot
been
of.
taught
I've
nothing.
always been around a Mexican, Puerto Rican. That's why I grew up around brothers too. But if I see Big J and them and all them down the street getting more money and all that, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I started this. Come on, man. Even though Hector and them do it, we ain't gonna mess with Hector and hell with them. I'm talking about us in our home. Man, I've been doing this too long. And he go trying to come do this. No, where my end at? Now we got to have a shootout. Come on, man. It's a people thing, but still, we the most envy and jealous of one another. We the only ones like the other. Other than that, we would be dynamic, man. We'll take off. If we wouldn't have that in our heart like that, if you look at it, that's how I see it, Emanuel.
I believe that's how you see it because that's how you were taught to see it.
I wasn't taught like that, man.
You were.
If
You were. You don't know that you were, but you were.
Is you crazy, man? If you seeing the things in your face, what you talking about being taught like that, man?
Right. You've been taught that. Have you seen black people work together?
Of course, man. But it's always why she got to be at the rest. I can do the rest more than her. Why she got to
No.
Why he got to?
Hold on, stop.
Man. It's always something weird.
Twin, I'm asking you a simple question. Have you seen
What,
black
man?
people work in harmony? Have you ever
Work in
seen?
who?
Yes. Have you ever seen black people work together in harmony?
Yeah.
So then what are you talking about? If black people can work together in harmony and you've seen it, why ain't that the position that you're taking as opposed to the opposite position?
Man, I'm going to just tell you, like I said before, it's always going to be jealousy and envy towards one another, man. It's always going to be like that. Let's just say like this.
Okay.
I got 12 years.
You got 12. 12 years what?
I mean, doing work. We do the same work.
Okay.
I get mad as hell if he promote you, and I know damn well I've been doing that, and I can do the job too. It's always gonna be a jealousy. Like, no,
And
that
you
ain't
don't
right.
think that white people do that?
I understand that, but it's us that stand out the most of doing it to one another. I understand what you're
I don't
saying,
understand
player.
what you mean when you say it's us that stand out the most as doing it to one another. What
Us
does that
doing
mean?
it to each other.
What do
If
you
they do
mean when you say
if they
that?
do numbers on if it was a possibility of doing numbers on it, we would be on top of the line over there.
That's sad. It's
Top
sad
of the
that,
chart.
It's sad that you believe that.
I know I believe it's my belief in my opinion. What
You're
I'm
right.
saying.
It is your belief and your opinion, and that's sad.
Well, you can call it what you want.
I'm calling
But
it
it is
sad.
what it is, man.
Okay.
That's how it is. That's how I see it, though.
I believe you. That's how you see
Every
it. And that's sad.
every race go had a jealousy, envy, or whatever towards one another. But we the most stand out of doing it.
Again, I don't know what that means, so okay.
Being jealous of one another, man.
No, I know what you mean by doing
Get
it.
more-
I don't know what
get
you
more
mean by
than-
we're the most
get more than-
stand out.
That's my opinion about it.
It is. I agree.
And
And it's
that's
sad.
all I got to say. If you want some eggs, holler at me. I'll let you know when they on the low.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
And there ain't no aliens and stuff. Ain't them drones. Quit putting Ron out like that.
Them straight aliens, bro. Straight
Them
aliens.
drones. Them ain't no aliens.
Look, bro, I was on your team. Remember you said you can take your iPhone and it's like a telescope?
I'm saying, don't they got, no, real talk. I don't know. I'm saying, them phones, what, $3,000? $4,000? I don't know. I know they up there in price range. Them iPhones, them new. So I'm pretty sure they got a little zoom, almost like a telescope on them things.
Yeah. Cause I
zoom
shared
like
this on Wyatt's show. They do have a zoom like a telescope. I saw one of those things in the sky, and I used my iPhone. And I zoomed in like a telescope, and I saw the window, right? And so I zoomed into the window, and you'll never guess what I saw in the window. A butt-naked alien taking a shower.
What?
Yeah. Through my iPhone.
Man, you tripping, man.
Right straight through my
You-
iPhone. I zoomed in because it's like a telescope. And you could see in the window. And I zoomed in because, I didn't know what I was going to see. And I saw a butt-naked alien taking a shower. In
type
the
of dope you smoking, man?
thing in the
What is
sky. I
Man,
zoomed in
you on
with my
something else,
telescope.
man. No, you on something else, man. I'm gone. 'Cause
It
you
made me
talking
feel
extra.
uncomfortable. Because I ain't no peeping Tom. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel uncomfortable. And he or she, I'm not sure which it was, because, you know, they don't have genitals. So he or she looked at me like, and covered up. And I was like, what you covering up? You ain't got no genitals. But yeah, I was uncomfortable. And then I, you know, looked away real quick.
That's a bad bedtime story if you go tell it to somebody.
I'm just telling you.
All right, man. I ain't
Them
gonna
phones
listen
is
no
powerful,
more.
bro.
Huh?
Them phones is powerful.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you got the new ones, right?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know nothing about it. I thought since they cost that much, you can zoom in on the way.
Telescope. I'm telling you.
Huh?
Like a telescope.
If you say so, man. You start talking crazy. Start butt naked hell. I ain't with all that, man. All right, man.
Oh, and just by the way, the butt naked aliens, they hate on each other too, just like black people. But that's a whole different story.
All right, man. Oh, God.
All right. Thank you, Twin.
well-
All right. That was Twin. I couldn't get it through his head. And look, I know I can't get it through some of y'all heads too. But y'all been taught to believe that black people are somehow worse at virtually everything than everybody else. Now, there are some things, and some of this stuff is by design. So there are some negative categories that we probably lead in. But I'm telling y'all, people are people. And the Hispanics hate on Hispanics. Samoans hate on Samoans. White people hate on white people. Jewish people hate on Jewish people. Asian people hate on Asian people. Them Europeans over there, they hating on other Europeans. It happens in every group that you can think of. So why is it, oh, black people is more with us? It's not. It's not. Brian.
Hey, what's going on, man? Like you said, it's just not. But I think it's important, again, like history, we don't study history or understand it or look for where to learn it, then we get lost on some of this stuff. And this is precisely why the government is making moves to eliminate any kind of real study of history. But for the purpose of this conversation, blacks coming out of slavery, what society saw then, it's not the same, it's similar to what we see with immigrants. And here's what I mean. Because somebody be like, oh, we were enslaved. Yes, we were enslaved. What we had to do to overcome those conditions was substantial, and we still haven't. But in the case of Latinos, they are, by and large, seen as, quote unquote, illegal. They live underneath the law. And so, because of that, they have to live together in housing. Their job opportunities available to them so that they can earn a proper wage is denied them, like it was denied us. And to a lesser degree, but still the same, the way that black codes applied and apply to us are applied to people who are brown, especially right now, where you can just get grabbed up all of a sudden. I know a couple of cases in Florida. One of my friends lives down there, and two painters who were painting the condo that she lives in, who have residency, were grabbed up and taken away. That puts you in a situation where you're more fearful, more subservient, more docile, which is what all these immigration raids and everything are like focused around.
Yeah.
Not to get rid of everybody. It's to make those who are left, who will still be a majority, feel like they can't do anything. Now, we are the most unified, meaning black people. We are the most unified grouping historically and present in the United States. Why? Because if that wasn't the case, we would have been destroyed. You got to remember what happened to us. We were taken from where we were, brought here, separated, raped. The products of whatever family we were able to assemble separated, sold, raped again.
Completely
Multiple-
dehumanized.
Completely dehumanized. I went around a bunch of universities and gave a talk about radical Reconstruction. In that talk, I showed images of the cartoon character Donald Duck playing the game where the black person's head is stuck in the board and you throw a ball. The Dodger is what it was called. Racism was so inherent in society. The criminalization and the animalization of blacks was so deep that I was almost going to say the F word. The cartoons had Donald Duck and Popeye throwing balls at caricaturized black people. Postcards, laundry soap, you name it. So, of course, given that whole history of how things are deeply ingrained in society, somebody wouldn't know that they had been educated to think that we are lesser. But we have been as a people, and society as a whole has been educated that we are lesser. And it's why we're at the bottom of any progressive thing that happens that we are often the motor force of winning. We are always at the end of the line. It's not because of the people we're standing next to who are fighting with us, Latinos, women, other ethnicities, white people. It's not because of those people standing next to us. It's because the society we live in puts us last. And as long as we live in a society that puts us last, any good things that happen will have us last. And then, so I want to give another example.
All right.
Black Panthers. What came after Black Panthers? Brown Panthers, Red Panthers, Yellow Panthers, White Panthers. I'm not saying which I have my own views about that group, but the reason why these other Panther formations came together is because, as in every period in history, the mobilization of black people and our standing together has been the blueprint for struggles throughout this country, historically and today. When we move, shit moves. And people learn from how we move because we are the prime example of togetherness, even with our flaws. Now I got somebody coming into the store, so I got to bust out. But thank you so much for the time. I'll be listening.
Brian, I appreciate the call. Yes. Yes. But I mean, we've been taught that. And so when we hear something that reinforces it, we like, yep, that's it right there. Yep, yep. Again, I'm not saying that there isn't some elements of truth. It was so offensive to me, I think, in part. A part of why it was so offensive to me is because he's talking like the Hispanic community is on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we flawless. We got it together over here. Y'all need to get y'all ass together. And I'm like, y'all not. I equate it to if me and my wife is fussing, fighting, separated, live apart, animosity towards each other, and then I see you and your spouse have an argument, and I come trying to tell you, y'all need to be together like me and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife got it together. Here's some advice to help y'all relationship. It might be good advice. I might give y'all some good advice. But then you look at my situation and you like, hold on. I'm not even sure I trust your advice. Because you talked about how good everything is in your relationship, but y'all don't live together. Y'all got animosity towards each other. Your kids hate you because she pours that hate into them, but you gonna try to tell me how to fix my marriage? And even if the advice was great, you're gonna take it with a grain of salt because you're gonna look at the results happening. So he tried to paint this rosy picture of the Hispanic community. We know Hispanics is out there shooting each other. We know Hispanics is out there robbing each other. We know Hispanics is in gangs and all of that stuff. But you gonna tell us, oh, we need to stop competing with each other. Y'all don't compete with each other, really? That's because at one point he said, see, that's the difference between us and y'all. Really, that's the difference. That's the difference. It's some differences, but that ain't the difference. But we jump on that. Oh, yeah. Oh, he told us. Yeah, we need to get it together. Now, I don't know where this mindset, I'm going to say I don't know where it came from. Okay, I don't know where it came from, but I understand where it came from, and I know that don't make sense, but just roll with me for a minute. I know we were taught this. I know we were taught that we're bad. We're the worst. If there's a statistic, we're the worst. Y'all know I don't believe in statistics. I think statistics are manipulated, all of that kind of stuff. But look, I can't deny some stuff. Like they talking about, in Chicago, look at the number of black people getting killed. See how we do each other? We kill each other, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's some truth to that. And probably a whole lot of the murders that happen around the country are black people. But again, that's by design. That's by design. Oh no, why can't we just come together and why can't everybody just come together? I get frustrated. But he told us how amazing the Hispanic community is. He did. He told us how amazing the Hispanic community is. And I guess I'm not saying that it's not amazing. It might be amazing. But I pulled up some stuff. In Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, I pulled this up because that's according to statistics, which I don't necessarily believe. But if we're going to use them, we'll use them. According to statistics, that's the highest concentration of Hispanics, in a state in New Mexico. And of course, one of the largest centers in New Mexico is Albuquerque. This is from, it don't say on here where I got it from because I had to copy and paste it, whatever. But these are statistics out of Albuquerque, okay? 63% of gun homicide victims in New Mexico are Hispanic, compared to 19% for non-Hispanic whites. But they together. Not like us. See, you get a big concentration of people together. You create situations where things aren't necessarily advantageous for a large group of them. In my mind, you flood that community with guns and drugs and probably terrible propaganda. And then you got 63% of gun homicides in New Mexico are Hispanic. See, we always want to look at Chicago. Well, yeah, that Chicago is a problem. If all your statistics about gun violence come from Chicago, you're going to be able to cherry pick some really bad stuff. That's kind of what I did, because I went for the state with the largest concentration of Hispanics. And I just pulled up statistics. I didn't make up the statistics. I just pulled them up. This is what the statistics said. Gun violence is the leading cause of death for Hispanic male youth ages 15 to 19. And this is homicides in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I didn't make that up, but they together, that's what's the difference between them and us. But twins say, we stand out for it. 63%, the leading cause of death for Hispanic youth. In 2023, 57% of homicide victims and 54% of suspects in Albuquerque were Hispanic. But that's the difference between them and us. That's the difference. And then we sitting there, surely is, you right, facts. In 2022, 52% of the victims and 63% of the suspects were Hispanics. New Mexico's crime rate is 2 times the national average. But that's the difference. See, that's the difference between us and Hispanics. I don't like that, man. I don't like, stop doing that to us. Stop doing that to us. And us, stop falling for it. People are people. And you let some Hispanic guy come in and tell you, y'all know I don't cuss, but it becomes absolutely necessary sometimes. You let some Hispanic guy come in to your community and tell you, y'all ain't shit. And then we sharing it like, this is so factual. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so true. Oh, we need to listen to this guy. Oh, well, we the worst in out there. Oh, well, we stand out. Oh, we can't work together. Oh, we always competing. And you got, like, people who, I don't say, like, I respect it. Because some of the people that I saw shared this, putting facts, 100, 100, 100. I was like, I respected you. I respected you. And basically what you telling me is black people ain't shit. They're definitely worse than Hispanics. And it, for real, it breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart to hear us talk about us or share stuff where other people are putting us down. And then want to argue with us when we say, like, nah, we really not that bad. We do work together. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Again, could it be better? Of course it could be better. Of course it could. Of course we could collaborate more. Of course we could. But again, that's literally everybody. You're not going to find a group that's be like, well, look, we can't collaborate any more than we do. Daryl said, I ain't gonna call her out, but I seen the same post. She good people, but I was disappointed when I saw her post. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I want us, and it's just what I want. Everybody don't want what I want, but you know what I'm saying? This is my little platform, so I get to say what I want. I want us to love each other, even if we don't like each other. I want us to at least begin to look at the possibility that some of the negative things that we think about ourselves have been put there intentionally. And I don't know, I guess if nothing else, I want people to reject, some of this language ain't gonna sound great. Reject outside people coming in, telling us and trying to amplify how bad we are as opposed to how good they are. Because that's a tactic. That's a tactic. And again, the conversation wasn't black people are powerful people, and black people have done so much, and black people can do so much more if y'all could find a way to come together more. That wasn't the conversation. The conversation is the difference between Hispanics and blacks is y'all hate each other. We don't. We work together. Y'all compete against each other. Please don't let outsiders come into our community to put us down, to lift them up. And then we take it and we listen to it and we talking about it's a fact and trying to shame people for not agreeing. That we're horrible. Just as a group, we're horrible. I think that's about it. I think that's about all I wanted to say about that. It did. It bothered me. It hurt my feelings. It really did. Okay. I think that's about it, y'all. My time is up. I want everybody to go on, have a wonderful day. Oh, hold on. I want to say one more thing. Not about that. This is a whole period to that. Space. Enter new paragraph. Because I'm totally switching subjects. Oh, I see Chelsea on here. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? That's my niece, in case y'all didn't know. Hold on. There was something else. Oh, stop it. This ain't deep at all. Not that anything I said was deep. Hold on. I gotta scroll down. Scroll. Dang, that's a lot of scrolling. Keep scrolling. There we go. George Wingfield Jr. George Wingfield Jr. He put up a post on his page. And on the post, he found some handkerchiefs in Zare packaging that belonged to his father. And his question was, what year did they even close in Bond Hill? And he chose to think that Pops was saying, "Good morning, Junior." And he says, "Hey, Pop." And then he's got a picture of the packaging of these, it says, hold on, let me see. Needs no ironing. Zare 3-pack permanent press handkerchiefs. Got the, the Zare logo on there, all of that good stuff. Just some stuff he found from back in the day. Zare logo. And so, me, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? You see some stuff with Zare on it. And people are commenting like, Zares? I ain't seen Zares in a long time. I remember we used to go to Zares all the time. And I'm like, it's right there on the package. Zayre. Why in the hell are y'all putting an S on there? It's on the package. You can see it as clear as day on the package. Zayre. There's no S. Why are you adding the daggone S? I don't understand what it is we get from adding an S. But I've come to the conclusion. I've tried to do this I don't know how many times. I've come to the conclusion, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm adding S's to stuff. Now, just period. Damn it, I'm adding S's to everything I can think of. My daddy drove a Buicks. But it say Buick, it's Buicks. As a matter of fact, it was a Buick's LeSabres. I got some friends that work at Procter & Gamble's. Yes, Procter & Gamble's. I drive a Hondas. Yep. It's just, we putting S's on stuff. Damn it, I'm putting S's on stuff. Now get out of here. I'm going over to Shell's and give me some gases. Yes, I go to Kroger's. But I also need to stop by Walgreens's. Because you got to add an S. If there's an S on there, add another S. So I'm stopping by Walgreens's. I don't understand it, but if you can't beat them, damn it, join them. So I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all now. No. You just add an apostrophe S. Sierra. You're adding the S. And so you're adding the apostrophe S if need be. Yes, Mary. Get you a Snickers bar. Get you a Snickers bar. That's right, Vernon. Go to Trader Joe's. That's right. Add that S. They do add the. What was I was listening to somebody and they was talking about they was going to do the something or another. And I was like, there's no the on there. There's no the on there. But people love to add, like I say, going to the Walmart. But it would then be the Walmarts. Oh, and that I'm glad that somebody put it up there. I'm just now seeing it. It is Shahara's birthday. It is Shahara's birthday. I don't know if Shahara is here or not, but it is Shahara's birthday. So everybody wish Shahara a happy birthday. Wish her a happy birthday. Yeah. I don't see her there. Otherwise, I'd have her put up her Cash App. So y'all could, bless her if you felt like it. Janice says, my mother would go off on us if we mispronounced the word. Oh, okay, there it is. Shahara's there. Shahara said, glad you saw it. Thanks. It's a holiday. How old are you now, Shahara? How old are you? Hey, we about in the same age group. What, you about 56, 57? Something like that. So happy birthday, Shahara's. If you want to, you can put your Cash Apps in the screen, and you know, one or two people might hook you up with some monies. People do say monies. So Shahara's, she put her Cash App up there. Shahara's Shine, if anyone feels inclined to give, but definitely not necessary. She got to do the humble thing. But she wants some money. Ain't nothing wrong with it. She wants some money. $ Shahar. See, you can't go about the way it's spelled because the spelling of her name is just jacked up as opposed to the pronunciation. It don't match. It don't match. So you got to look at the Cash App, Shahira, which is really Shahira, but she pronounces that I as the A. I don't understand because we got rules for pronouncing vowels and stuff in English, but who am I to judge? Shahira, Hiraschine. That's her Cash App. So if you feel so inclined, hook her up with a little something. $2, $3 would be cool. Like $2, $3. If 10 people send her $3, that's $30. You can get a little meal for $30. Y'all can pay for her a birthday meal. $2 at a time, $3 at a time, $5 at a time. Now everybody want to get Cash App. Look, I told y'all we a family, man. We a family. And I, unlike that Hispanic guy, I love my people. And I just want to see my people a little happy, just a little happy. So if hold on, let me see. I had to see, do I have any money in Cash App? Because last time I did something on Cash App, I think I sent that dude $1,000 for the Not Just October, which still support that organization. Let's see, do I have some money in here? I do, I got some money. Hold on. Y'all know I try not to tell y'all to do nothing that I won't do. Even though I am considering now, should I send her money? She wouldn't date me if I was a single man trying to holler at her because of my height. She might have some other reasons too. But the main one I'm sure would be because of my height. And do a chick that wouldn't give me the time of day because of my height deserve my $2? I think if you short, send her 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? If you're a short dude, send her 50 cents. Everybody else, send her $2, $3, $4, $5. Hold on, let me make sure I get it in there. Okay, there it is. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Bam, there you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Remember, I sent her 50 cents. If you short, send her 50 cents. Send her 50 cents. Because if you was single, trying to holler, she would not let you get the draws just because of your height. Ibadathia says $2 can't get a candy bar with that. But if 10 people sent her $2, she could get her a Snickers bar. Jerica says, what's the Cash App? It's her name. $ her name. All weirdly spelled like it is. I saw the background on the spelling of your name, but I was trying to send you this 50 cent. She said, my father created my name and he pronounced it Shahira, but he wasn't around and my mom pronounced it Shahara. When I talked to him later in life and he pronounced it Shahira, the amount of confusion I had, but I wasn't going to argue with my mom about it. You can if you want to. Your daddy was right. Your daddy was right. Daddies are almost always right. Just so you know. But all right, y'all. That's about it. I don't have anything else to discuss today. Condolences to Janice, my favorite, on the loss of her baby brother. Again, I'll be praying for you. And happy birthday to Shahira. Happy birthday to Shahiras. That's right, Shahiras. Happy birthday. I sent you that 50 cent. This is not a short show, Sierra. It's not short show at all. I sent you that 50 cent. Be happy with it. And once you change your life around, then, you'll be all right. Give that short man who's been trying to holler at you, I can almost guarantee. Okay, tell me, am I wrong, Shahiras? Am I wrong? It's a short dude that within the past 6 months have been putting his bid in, and you ain't just flat out rejected him like, no, Ian, you short. But you ain't really giving him the time of day because of his height. Now, am I wrong about that? Am I wrong about that? Samuel Campbell says, oh no, my condolences to you and your family. Yeah, Chris Jasper's her baby brother. The legendary Chris Jasper. Her baby brother. So we're celebrating the life of Chris Jasper. If I could play music, I would play some music written, produced by Chris Jasper, but I can't play music right now. Shahira's line ain't been no sure. You're not lying. You're just not telling the truth. And it's probably because you don't know the truth. See, this is what happens. I gotta go. This is what happens when you have already made up your mind that you ain't gonna date no short guy. You don't even see him. And so he's sitting there trying to holler at you and you don't even see him. But if you really think about it, it's some short dude who's, let's say he's being nice to you. He's being nice to you. And you just think, oh, he's such a nice little guy. But really, he's trying to get the draws like anybody else, and you just ignoring him. You don't even see him. He don't even exist to you. And that's why you think ain't nobody trying to holler, but that man is your husband-to-be. Right, John, she already got him in the friend zone. So she don't even know he trying to holler. So that's why I say she ain't lying. She's not telling the truth because she don't see the truth. Maya Saba, maybe Shahiras is tall. She don't want no dude to come up to her titties. Shahiras is not tall. She done already told us what she like 5'5". Or she wants some dude that's like 6'7". And ain't nothing wrong with a man to come up to your titties either. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But again, today is her. She talking about who is this short man. I don't know who he is, but I know he's around, and I know you ignoring him because you done told me you wouldn't even consider a short man. You wouldn't even consider a short man. Dewana says, I'm tall and there is definitely something wrong with that. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with y'all tall women? Somebody almost made me say the B word. I don't know who is trying to make me say the B word, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not taking the bait because it's not necessary. I don't know what's wrong with y'all tall women. Oh, Dewana says she's short. Well, okay. Maybe if you like 4'8" and he only come up to your breasts. I don't like saying titties. It just don't sound, And he come up to your breast, and he might officially be a midget. And I could kind of see somebody having an issue with that, even though I think it's wrong. Midgets need love too. Or little people. The one that's talking about don't come for me. I'm 5 feet tall. And you wouldn't date a man shorter than you either? You wouldn't date a man 4'11"? And why am I picturing a woman doing dishes and a little guy is standing between her and the sink? Guess what he's doing? Oh. Oh. They say killing two birds in one stone. Oh. What's the tallest woman you've dated? I think she was probably around 5'10", 6 feet, somewhere around in there. She was a tall woman. I don't even like hugging short dudes because I don't want nobody in my boobs. I hate the term boobs. Just say breasts. Except Mr. Jones. Clearly, you married. So we not talking about you dating no short dude. That would be wrong. Dina says, I'm 5'5". My ex is my height. We both would stand on chairs to reach things. It was hilarious. See, I told y'all that this daggone Dina is an angel. Because how you going to discriminate against somebody that's your height? That's some angel shit right there. I've never dated a woman taller than me. She would be in the WNBA. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The one that talking about her ex was 6'8". You 5 feet tall, and your ex is 6'8". That might have worked out for him. That probably worked out for him. Shannon talk about if a woman is still having children and she's short, she don't want her sons to be short. Really? That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Samuel says, the tallest woman I dated was 6 feet. How tall are you? How tall are you? Jerica says, I've dated 6'8" and I'm 5'5". That wasn't as advantageous as DeWanda's ex, but it was probably pretty cool. Give him a box, and he was probably straight. Myers talking about it's a miracle I got married because dudes don't be checking for us taller women. Dudes don't have a problem checking for taller women. I think this is just my thinking. I could be wrong. Guys will either say I'm right or I'm wrong, or they'll just ignore me. I think men just look at women, and we admire beauty. So if you're tall, you're tall. If you're short, you're short. I think what happens is women set a standard. And there's a lot of men that fall for that kind of standard. Oh, women gotta be shorter than me, and women gotta be this, and women gotta be that. And so that's why maybe some taller women get overlooked, because because men are used to being rejected by taller women because they're not taller than them, or significantly taller. So if you are, 6 feet tall as a woman, you're like, well, I don't want no man that's 6'2". He got to be at least 6'8". But that's like a very small percentage of the population. So, to some degree, you create that situation for yourself. LaDonna says, I'm 5'4". The tallest guy I dated was 6'6". What's the shortest guy you dated? It's the shortest guy you dated. And remember, Shahira's Shine, it's her birthday. And if you would send her a few dollars, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to send her for $20, send her $20. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep in mind, though, she do be being mean to me. So, keep them donations moderate. When she act right, when she start acting right, then, you know what I'm saying, we can up the donations. If you under 5'5", send her 50 cents, like I did. 50 damn cent. $ Shahira, SHAHIRASCHINE. That's her cash app. We did this once with someone, and I think they got like $40. And I'm like, that's a decent little meal. That's a decent little meal. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get the meal today, but you got $40 in your cash app for your birthday. So the day after your birthday, because, it's like 6 o'clock. So the day after your birthday, you can go to a decent restaurant and spend $40 and get a decent little meal. And then you can sit back and chill and eat it. And, just think of us and the love that we showed you. I'd be down with that. Samuel says, be a bigger man, Emanuel. I'm not a bigger man. I'm not. Tria says, I'm 5'7". The shortest man I've dated was 5'5". And it was amazing, wasn't it? Tell the truth, Tria. It was amazing. You never been loved like that. Right? People don't give short guys People don't give short guys the respect they do. But they in the not loving, intimate relations. I mean, maybe in that area too. I don't think that's a height thing, or whatever. But in the love department, tell you, us smaller dudes, the love we give, it's immeasurable. Jerica says, my shortest was 5'6". Okay. And you, hold on, how tall are you again? Hold on, I gotta scroll back through. Because I think you said you was like, what, 5'4"? Crystal says, I'm 5'4", and the tallest man I've ever dated was 6'7". That just seems awkward to me. Crystal, that seems awkward. Okay, Jerica says she's 5'5", and the shortest guy that she ever dated was 5'6". Shannon says the best loving comes under 5'5". I'm saying the verse pound for pound, unless he's a really big 5'5", pound for pound, it's gonna be the best love. Again, I'm not talking about the physical act of making love. I'm talking about spiritual, emotional experience love. John says, this conversation is triggering some bad high school experiences. I'm 5'9". Girl turned me down for homecoming because she wanted to wear heels. I'm still bitter. Bro, you can be bitter. It's okay. It's okay. Jerica says, so there's a belief about tall men, and it's not always true. Just saying. Okay. Mayoshi says, I don't think I ever dated a short dude. I've dated some heavy ones, though. So I don't know about the heavy. I don't know about the heavy dudes. I mean, I'm a heavy dude, but, I wasn't necessarily that heavy that long ago. I mean, when I was out there. I was not as heavy as I am now. Nat says, my shortest was 5 feet. Well, how tall are you? How tall are you? I really think it's something wrong. I don't say something wrong, but it's weird to me when I see a really short woman with a really tall man. That just seems weird to me. It's like you with a child. You know what I'm saying? Why are you with a child? And when I'm saying, like, you 4'8", and he's 6'8", 7 feet tall. I always be feeling like you like children. I don't. That's wrong of me, I'm sure, but I'm not reading that, Jerica. I'm not reading that. Jason says, I try to date people that are my height. I'm 5'10". And that's reasonable. I mean, in my mind, you're not like, you 5'9", I can't date you. That's weird. Shahira. That's weird. Oh, sorry, I got your raggedy 50 cent. Well, happy birthday to you. When you start treating me right, the numbers could go up. Yeah, I got to get out of here. Daryl says, hey, I'm a tall man with a short woman. I just love my woman short. My wife 5'5", I'm 6'1". That's different. She ain't 4'8" and you 7 feet tall. That's different. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Shahira says that she appreciates the Cash Apps. But if you haven't sent her one and you feel so inclined, I'm gonna give her Cash App out one more time. Shahira, SHAHIRASCHINE. Of course, the $ in front of it. You know, if you want to slide her $2, $3, $5, $10, $20. If you know what I'm saying, really trying to holler, if you really trying to get your holler on, slide it like $50. She need $50 to make you holler. No, I'm just playing. She ain't say that. She didn't say that. But show her some love. Of course, show Janice some love. We love you, Janice. We love you. And I guess that's about it, y'all. I got to get out of here. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. It is a decent day out there. It was about 60 degrees. I don't know if it's cooled down or not. But, you know, if you feel like it, getting out and, you know, doing something, then go ahead and do that. As always, thank you all for participating in the program, for watching the program. And until next time, be the reason that somebody smiles. I'm out, y'all.